What's happening, guys? This is James Blonde. This time we're taking a first look at ArcheBlade from Codebrush Games into the third-person battle arena style game, and although you can pick it up on Steam, the game indicates that it's still in early development. But here we are at the menu. We can head over to the training area, and we'll spend a little bit of time talking about the game. But first I want to show you that you can go into the training area and select from the characters available, and the R indicates that they're on free rotation. So let's start with her. She's got some high attack, not so good on the defense, but movement and difficulty. And I have played a couple of matches just to get an idea what the game is about. It looks like you can pick between skins. I haven't seen anybody else really use too many skins, but let's check it out here. Alright, so basic move in the game is WASD, and then you're going to use right and left click for your attacks like this here, basic attacks. And you can do combos a lot like you can in L-Sword, where you actually just click 3 times one way or 3 times the other way. See, like here, hit H and check out your combo list with LLL or LRR. And right click. Also, it looks like you can do some sort of jump attacks as well and do your combos that way. I'm going to recharge my RP by hitting 1 in the training area here. That way I can show off the special abilities. This one here looks like it sets up an AoE where it recharges your RP as well as your allies' RP if you're in like a team deathmatch. And it doesn't look like it does any damage or anything, so there's no negative attributes towards the enemy on that one. But her Q is a little bit OP. This one, her Q allows her to res herself after you've taken her down, as long as she has RP. There's 2 different versions of that particular character. There's an ice and fire version. Let's take a look at this girl right here. She's actually pretty neat. I've seen a lot of players play her in the game as well. I've got to say, she's pretty OP. She's a gunner class, but she uses AoE damage to fight. And for the short amount of combos she does, like a 4 or 6, well, there you go, 7-hit combo, she does a lot of damage. And she's got quite a bit of combos to choose from. That can differentiate some of the characters as well. You can hit E to guard, and I definitely advise that, although a lot of people don't really use it. And as for this one's skills, you've got Q here that does this sort of thing, and it's a huge AoE, like bombarding of bullets. And this here actually like shields the other player's view from what you're doing. So basically it's just a curtain that you put up, and it's hard for them to see through it on one side. As of right now, there's not really any way of changing how the bot reacts to it. Even though it says bot mode, you can't actually make the bot fight you back. So I'm going to choose this guy. He has rage skills, and he looks like a Kuma, which is appropriate. And this guy's huge, and what's crazy about this guy is when you swing, sometimes you kind of like hit over them. It's kind of weird. So you see here that this is the first time I've actually used this in gameplay, and it's also Colby's first time here. He tried to block me there. That didn't actually work out. And I think I almost got him. There we go. Double kill. Just finished off that other person as well. So like I said earlier, the game is in an early stage of development, almost like an alpha or beta, even though anybody can access it right now. And it features 4 different game modes. You can play 3 versus 3 team deathmatch. You've got 4 versus 4 last man standing mode where you don't actually respawn. A 7 versus 7 point capture mode, which is actually pretty fun. And an 8-player free-for-all, which is what I'm currently playing. I feel that this one is actually the most fun game mode, and primarily that has to do with the fact that each game mode has its own map, and this is also one of the best maps. The other maps seem to be a little bit lacking in terms of layers, and so you've got 3 different levels you can deal with on this map. But you gotta be careful, because sometimes if you jump from the top here, you can actually jump down into this pit and just die. Which really sucks, because they tease you into jumping down here with some health packs that kind of boost your health a little bit, which comes in handy if you can escape a battle. Or if you're good like Colby is, sometimes you can knock other players off the map and kill them that way. Oh, and each one of the characters has a motion mechanic where you hit shift and you can either dash or teleport, or this guy like leaps like halfway across the map, which isn't very effective unless you learn how to use it correctly. You can actually right-click in the middle of the air and come slamming down on your opponents. I don't think I ever actually landed one of those, but it is useful in a lot of other cases. Now, although it may be a little bit difficult to see here, the combat is actually very skill-based, so it really is key to land your attacks accordingly. And of course, combos play a big part in doing damage as well as juggling opponents. So once a player has done this and got this down, it does take skill and precise timing to escape. I've noticed that new players will feel that they get like stun locked pretty bad, and it just kind of takes a little bit of time getting used to when to actually dodge and block and get out of the attack itself. So at first the game might get a little frustrating when you're on the ass end of the ass kicking, but if you keep at it, then soon you'll be able to rise like a cock. I was going to say leaderboards, but you know, that works too. Now, one thing I see effective players doing is attacking other players while they're facing away. That deals extra damage. Add that to a crazy combo and you're insta-dead. As of right now, I feel that I haven't really played enough of each character to tell, but everyone seems to be pretty balanced, with the exception of a few that the top players seem to stick to. But like I said before, each character does have a pretty unique playstyle and will take some time to master, like this character here that looks like Misfortune from League of Legends, makes you reload after several rounds, and her second ability has you getting headshots from all the way across the map. And as of right now, players can purchase a starter pack in the game's cash shop that unlocks all the playable characters or purchase each character individually. But there's no sort of in-game currency system, so the only way to own a character outside the weekly free rotation is to actually buy them with real cash. Currently, there is a leveling system in the game, but for the life of me, I cannot figure out what it does. There are no items, no skill upgrades, no passives whatsoever, so leveling actually means nothing so far. The game also lacks a social system other than the chat box. When you're in the lobby here, you can see that there's a friends list, but there's actually no way to add them at the moment. There isn't any backstory within the game so far, but based off their website, the game is roughly based off a graphic novel called ArcheBlade. All in all, the game is really fun and it has potential. Like I said twice already, it's clear that the game is in early development, so as soon as they implement various systems that it lacks, the game can be so much more than it already is. So anyway guys, that's my quick first look and overview of ArcheBlade. The game is free to play on Steam. I say check it out, give it a shot for a little bit, give it a little bit of time to grow on you, or check back on it when the game is a little bit more complete. But like always, if you're looking for more information about the game, head over to the game profile at MMOHut.com. Thanks for watching guys. Until next time, that's going to be it for me. I'm James Blonde. See you out there, gamers.
Rise like you're dead. Kill.